because I said so.
You are not banned from Twitter. Want proof? Kidding, I know. Actually, no. I like parts. That's what I thought. Thank you, Hunter. You're gonna what me? You're gonna touch me?
Huh?
No.
Huh?
Huh?
What are you talking about? I didn't say anything.
The audio has been on, Hunter. You know that, right?
And?
But
Found a group of survivors in the old town hall led by a woman they called the sheriff. Had to kill a chimera to save them. Got the backup power and the UV lights up and running.
It's a big boat.
The people here are grateful, but they said they were attacked by something even worse than that chimera. They called it the Beast. I told them I'd track it down and kill it if I could.
Wait, they called it the Beast? Oh, wait, so I thought Kyle was the Beast.
I'm the Beast.
Oh, is there another Beast? Uh-oh. Oh, wait, I forgot last time I was at night. Oh, yeah, this looks so much better than how I did it.
No less of a shit show than
you next time. Last time.
What? Where's my player stash? Is there a player stash here? Oh. I'm so screwed there. Well, let's just go out and do this shit. Where am I going? I need to make more healing.
I'm gonna push this tiny little child.
Huh? I'm just gonna craft 7 because lots of them. 19 now. Fuck yeah, baby. Hey,
fuck me.
Hey.
You're making a difference here.
Making a difference. Oh no! What is this? Town Hall beat. Nope, you don't see me. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I'm screwed. I'm gonna get chased. I'm not gonna get chased? I can't fucking... Don't see me, don't see me, don't see me, don't see me, don't see me. Oh shit!
There's a fishing level restriction.
Oh shit! I'm screwed.
I have to buy a
Oh shit! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Let me in! Let me in! Let me in! Can't touch me, idiots!
From fishing beginner. What am I? I'm fishing beginner 3. What?
Still here? Are they did they run off? They.
I ran you.
That was terrifying. At least it's getting daytime now. Holy shit! Finally. Wait, before the trail fades? I thought I did that already. Does it need to be night? I don't think it needed to even be nighttime. Oh my.
Like, oh my god. No.
Like, totally. Bitch. Brittany, you're such a bitch.
She was.
The fuck is Brittany?
Someone I used to work with.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I was just making a joke.
She quit like a child.
How did she quit like a child? Did she throw a fit?
Basically. Stormed out.
How did they fire? Why did she quit?
Because she's a child.
Oh. Am I gonna be able to make this? Oh my god. Get it. Hello? Anyone in here?
Racist.
What's that racist?
I don't know.
There's nothing in here, bitch. Is there anything? Oh.
Whoa! What is that?
That's what it is. Shit. Can't touch the stand. Can't touch the stand. Oh shit. Oh god. I gotta stop fucking doing that to this. Die. Again. Bombs. Eggs. Egg. Egg 10. Bracelet. Oh my god, I almost fell out. I love how right as I started to stream, I like got in a chase and started screaming. Bitch. Not like a bitch, a little baby. Is that gonna be safe to go? Yippee! Oh yeah, it's safe. Oh shit, sorry.
In the basement! Oh my god!
In the basement? Oh my god. I'm in the basement. Oh, can't touch this. Oh, you all sound gross. Ah. Oh, poopy dude. You fuckers let me hit you? Oh my god. Okay. No! Back off. That's it, Buster. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
I'm gonna bust you.
Huh?
I can make
Back to
this
the
really loud.
church.
I can make this really loud gulping sound, and Anthony thinks it's really funny.
Interesting.
Like he'll say something like, "I'm gonna go tell our HR person," and then I just make a really loud gulping sound, and he starts.
Scooter handle broke.
I'm gonna scoot your handle.
Oh yeah, I have a SMG, I forgot. You. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so guessing I have to go to that basement. Yep, there's a trail.
I've pretty much maxed out all my skills in BDO, but I need more skill points to do like 2 or 3 more.
Oh boy! Graveyard. Oh, this seems scary. Just watch. Stuff in here. Any loot is valuable loot. F that. And more like this. Can't. Why? The Dirk, the Dirk not. Oh, that's a lot of zombies. They're like, any other way I can go? Oh, maybe that's not a lot. I think I could take. No, I can't. Fucking YOLO! Okay. Okay. Okay, that is a lot of them. That is a lot of them. You know what? I can do this. Let me up, let me up, let me up, let me up. I'll get up. Hey guys, can we talk about this, please? Well, I guess not. It loves me.
I love you.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I can't take them all on. I can't take them all on. Unless...
I'm gonna be a big wet kiss.
Did you shut your mouth up? I'm gonna get them with a... What the fuck, Hunter? Oh, I'm out of ammo. Already. Oh, nuggets. Oh, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I can do this. Lost me, Chris McClane. Oh, shit. Why did I call it Chris McClane?
I don't even know who Chris McClane is.
Total Drama Island. Remember the host?
Yeah. I only know him as that one.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Run! 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 Run!
Is this one spot in the starting
See,
town
I did
Black
it.
Desert Online, where there's like an NPC fighting a dummy, and it just constantly goes, and it's so loud.
Thing. Hunter, I did it. I killed them all. I killed all the zombies.
Nice.
More
Good job,
loot.
son.
Proud of you, sonny boy.
I'm not.
I hate you.
I wanna make love to you all night.
What the fuck?
Who said that?
Gay ghost.
I don't know
Nothing
how
in
to
there.
use bait. Oh, I figured out how to use bait.
Bait you. A rage bait.
Oh, well, I think I just used it wrong.
Oh, there's something over here. Stone sigil?
Oh no, it's just an effect that
Death.
gets added to me.
Go in here? No, I can't.
You're dead to me. I don't want to
dead
dodge you ever again.
Leave me and my wife alone.
You come into my house, you eat my pasta, you you have an affair with my wife, and then you complain to me about the quality of the food.
Yeah.
I ought to make you sleep with the fishes.
I hope.
They sleep in that room over there.
Oh, wait, I can't get in there.
I make love to you. Your wife? Okay.
No.
I love having
What is
you.
fucking wrong? Oh. That didn't sound good. Sadly, that is my concern, apparently. No jump scare, please. Oh my god, it's a fucking massacre. What the fuck?
Help me!
Oh, he's alive? No, he's not. What the fuck?
Much longer.
Shit!
Is that the beast? What the fuck?
I'm the beast.
Uh-oh.
I'm the beast.
Uh-oh.
The baby.
The baby? Oh, I gotta climb the tower. They're gonna fucking keep spawning, aren't they? Will they? Oh, yes, they will. Unless, no, there's one more left. Well, they're dying in one hit, so I think they're gonna respawn. No, they're not. Okay. Okay, good. Thought they were gonna. That's a throwing knife. Thought they were gonna respawn, but they fucking got. I wanted to loot them. Encounter failed? What do you mean? Was I supposed to go save someone?
Yeah, that soldier. I don't know.
No, the soldier was dead already. Maybe I was in
I'm
a.
not paying attention.
Oh well. They snooze, they lose. Wait, no, that's not the saying.
Well, they lost, so now they snooze.
Yeah, that Molotov. Almost reminds me of that time in Assassin's Creed 2. I'm in a church. Oh, a military med kit. I have like over like 50 something of those in Dying Light 2. Oh my god, my game's lagging. Well, not my game, it's just
I'm dying.
Light. Oh, I mean, Dying Light the Beast.
I'm fishing
Yeah.
for the first time, really. I mean, I fished a couple times in BDO before, but I'm really like trying to figure out how.
Body
to work.
odor?
And I don't know how it works.
Kick the bucket. Kick the bucket. Bucket. Oh, if I
Price
try!
guarantee. Price guarantee 1 day and 23 hours. Current value 100%.
I gotta stream BDO one of these days. Let's go. Character.
Can either sell it to a trade manager or use it for cooking. Used
Really?
for
Game?
fried fish, steamed fish, fish soup, etc.
You.
Can be sold at the current value without connecting to the originating node.
Oh,
Okay.
there we go.
It's not really worth a lot of money. It's worth like 20,000,
Oh.
which is nothing when, you know, you have 5 billion gold.
Hey. I'm a pro Dying Light player. No one can tell me otherwise. Fuck at the game. I still die constantly on Dying Light 1. And I'm
Well,
like
that's
literally
kind of the point of the
maxed the
game,
fuck
isn't it?
out. I almost fell!
Isn't dying part of the game? It's like in the name.
I guess so.
Get it? Dying like I'm crying. I'm crying. I'm crying.
Dying. Like, ha, shut up!
I gotta go to Port Furia.
Not you, me.
Excuse me.
Oh, I gotta go
No,
here.
I was saying I have to go to Port Furia. I don't care where you have to go. I'm just stating for everyone where I'm going.
No one fucking cares.
You're right. No one does care.
Where
But
do I
guess what?
go?
I don't care that they don't care. I'm going to this place in Black Desert Online,
Gotta
and
sell your
you
organ.
can't do anything about it.
Go in here? Oh.
You're supposed to give me a big fat wet kiss. Mwah.
I'm not giving you a big fat wet kid. Shut up.
Please.
Oh.
Pretty please.
Pretty please? What the?
If you don't, I'm gonna
Oh, I
tell
think
the
I know what I gotta
entirety-
do.
I'm gonna tell the entirety of Twitch and the internet your secret.
Go ahead. I don't know what that secret is, but go ahead.
Dylan likes
I don't fucking know.
watching people cry. It's his favorite pastime.
I do. I need to watch people cry. Ooh, Old World
Specifically
vodka.
toddlers. He just sits there with like live leak on, and it's just like lively toddler crying.
I don't know. Alvin is so fat. Oh, here.
Alright. While my character runs to Velia, well, I guess rides her horse to Velia, or, Port of Fury, I'll be right back.
Alright. Hurry back, Hunter, I'm scared. I'm scared of the random twitch.
This is Bravo Squad. That thing's still after us. Requesting backup. Oh. Retreat! To the tunnel! We need help!
They seem to be having some issues. Tunnel. Oh, sorry, zombies. I didn't mean to ruin your date! Okay, I'm sorry. Ow. Am I going? Over there. Okay. Shit. I'm happy. Oh, he's still alive. Fuck. Ad break already? What the fuck? 5 minutes. God damn it. Forgot I had these that can help. No, shit. What was I using again? No, but... Here you go. Oh, I have the mini map. I keep forgetting. Dark Zone. Oh. Got itchy. I thought I heard someone say my name for a second.
All units! We're trapped in the tunnel! We need help! Right fucking now!
Bye, idiot. Oh, shit. Ouch. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Bitch. Shit. motherfucker. This. Oh, that's oil. Okay.
I'm back. I decided to just get some cereal.
Alrighty, welcome back.
I'll wait until dinner to get either mac and cheese or whatever else.
Oh, I'm only level 2. I just realized. Or I'm rank 2. Well, I'm not even close to rank 11.
Start ranking.
Ow! Ooh, vehicle.
I'm ranking it.
I have to go in here? Welch? I swear, if this is a goddamn volatile nest, I shit myself on video. Here? Nope. Dead, though. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Oh shit. Okay. I like that sound. I'll close the door on myself. Who's dead? Feed? This dude had a lot of stuff in here, though. Poor dude. Oh shit, there's a lot. Better. Oh, fuck. A lot of good stuff. I forgot an ad break was going.
Your mom is going on. Ah! Yeah.
What?
Huh? What's your problem?
You.
Ah!
Oh my god.
I guess what you were going to say. Yay! Miles said yes.
What?
What'd you like to know?
Fuck you, bitch.
We're gonna play Tohu co-op tomorrow.
Oh, nice. No one sounds like they're constipated.
It's me.
Sir, are you okay? That sounds like he's okay.
Are you a portabellian ref flat to T-bum, but B-bum?
Fuck is that? What the fuck? There's something in here.
I don't know.
Oh, there's a goon. Goon. Jesus fucking Christ!
Oh, shit.
That jump scared. Bitch.
Uh-oh.
I think maybe I'll take that motherfucker. Oh. Oh no, he went this way. I kind of want to take this guy out.
So there's this There's this boat that I've been wanting to get that I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get all the blueprints for. You need to search on it. But I don't know where mine went. I was trying to get it why. Now
Damn.
I sure do.
Holy shit. Give me your arm. Well, that was fun. My source. No, stop eating. That team. Oh, I think this is
This way.
Yeah, this. I want to go this way. Oh, there's another zombie. Uh-oh. Oh no. Shit. Ooh, womp. Potato chips, potato chips. Reinforced great axe. Forged great.
I'm gonna reinforce your great axe.
What?
Ooh, my package is coming tomorrow.
What did you get? What did you get? What did you get? What did you get?
I got a Shohei Ohtani Dodgers jersey.
Nice.
I'm gonna pick up all the HUDs in Japan with it. No, Anthony said that he wore one in Japan and he got a lot of people that stopped and talked to him. So I didn't talk to many locals last time I was in Japan, so I thought if I show up with this, maybe I'll be able to have more conversations with the locals.
And I threw that. I went the wrong way. So here, yeah. Oh my god.
I just really like the color of it. Dude, it's like a. They have like a white one, but I got the one that's like gray.
Nice.
But it's not like a dark gray or anything. It's like a. Almost like an off-white gray. Kind of like a light gray.
Go in here? No. And there's a whole ass fucking war going on up there. Wherever the f. Your loot. Go steal that. Don't I do. I'll dismantle because I need. This is really creepy. Let me eat these bag of chips quick. Whatever the fuck's about to come. Jesus Christ, you scared me, Hunter.
I almost dropped something.
Oh. Getting too quiet. Actually, never mind. Hearing people. What did you DM me? Oh, the jersey. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Something I've seen other people do is they don't bring it in close. And they just put it on there.
Interesting.
They've got a brand called Uniqlo, and I like some of the clothes that they have there. They've got a lot of Final Fantasy stuff.
Nice.
Actually, I think Square Enix goes almost exclusively through Uniqlo for their collab merch, like clothes. Let's check their men's. Cashmere? They have a cashmere section? Oh, that's kind of expensive.
Watch, I'm gonna get jump scared when I get over there. I'm gonna...
Casual shirts.
Casual.
Is that
Oh
Fuji
no,
Kaze?
that's locked. Oh no, who would have guessed?
If these are casual shirts, then what I wear is like uber casual. What in the world? I clicked on Uniqlo's casual shirt section, and it's the stuff that I wear to work. I don't think this is casual wear.
Peekaboo! Peekaboo?
Okay, then I'm scared to see what their dress shirts look like. They're like... Okay, that makes
I can't
sense.
turn
They're
on my
like-
flashlight, I'm scared.
They're the kind of shirts that you wear under a suit or something. Well, I guess what I wear is technically considered business casual, so I guess it makes sense. Anyway, back to
Holy fuck.
blueprints when Black Desert Island. Really hope I did not.
Jump scare, I'm guessing. Oh my god! Yep, that's the beast. Holy shit! What the fuck? Oh, having PTSD.
Well, you know what? It might be. I've got to go to a different server for this, but I'll. Oh my god, ouchie! I'll go to Kelpion. I don't care.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna change character. It
Jacob,
might be on my.
I lost it.
Pirate character. My Corsair.
In a
really
railway
like the
tunnel.
Corsair.
Went deeper, but I couldn't follow it.
Apparently.
Probably made it
they
out
got
the other end by
buffed
now.
Recently too.
If that's the case, it's far from here. Good. Come on back. There's something else we need your
You know
help
what? I
with.
could just look at her inventory. I forgot about that.
Uh-oh. Volatiles!
Oh, fuck.
No! Oh my god, not again. This is giving me... Oh my god, this is just like Dying Light 1. This is just like Dying Light 1. Oh my god. This is just like Dying Light 1. Oh my god! They brought this mission back. Oh my god. No fucking way. Let me up the stairs, damn it!
Now I can't
Oh,
change
fuck you!
10 minutes with this guy. Oh wait,
Okay.
I can! Woo!
Just keep running, Kyle. Just keep fucking running. Ah! Oh my god, volatile.
Olivia, it's Crane. Do you copy?
Jesus Christ.
Copy. You okay?
Another creature that attacked the town hall? It's not a chimera. It looked more like a volatile, but it attacked in broad daylight.
No wonder those people were so terrified.
Something else. It seemed smarter than the others. A lot smarter. Caught me off guard. Nearly choked me out.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I've been better.
Before you go back to the town hall, can you swing by here?
Actually,
There's something we need to talk about.
Aren't we talking now?
It's about the
maybe
chimeras.
I
Just
didn't
stop by
use
when you
those
can.
permits,
Okay.
the blueprint. Maybe I actually just built the shit.
Holy fuck. That was terrifying.
You're terrifying.
First Blood? That sounds like a quest on, or a mission on, Dying Light 2. Active landing? Yes, I want that.
I gotta go to a dock or something. I gotta figure out if I lost this boat blueprint and if I have to start all over again.
Oh. Activities, library tower, restore.
Move
Oh
it!
shit.
This horse's big fat butt keeps getting in the way.
It's on my map. Dark Zone. There's a
This is
side
guild
quest.
manager. Is there not an actual wharf manager? Okay, here we go.
I'll go back to Olivia first, honestly, and then I will, I can do.
9/11.
Oh?
I don't know. Fishing. I do have it! I did build it, Dylan!
What? What did you build?
That boat that I've been wanting. So there's a boat, there's like a sailboat in Black Desert Online. It's like the second best boat for like, trade skills and stuff. And it takes like a month of collecting these blueprints because it's like a it's like a daily or weekly time gated resource. But I thought I lost all my blueprints for it. Nope,
Oh.
I actually just built it.
Nice.
I had to have built this months, if not like a year ago. But I do have it.
Well, that's good.
And there's a second time gated boat that you can get through this quest. It's like the second or third best combat based boat, and that's both for PvP and PvE. And you have to upgrade this to get one of the best ones.
Oh.
So if you want the best boat for either trade or PvP, you have to get one of the two boats from this quest. And you could get both of them. One's just for combat on both PvP and PvE, and then one's really good for trade. So I gotta figure out where in the world I put this boat. It is currently owned by one of my other characters because it's like out and about in the world. So I gotta figure out where I put it. I have to go there. I have to dock it. And this character has a horse taken it. This character is currently in Calpheon.
Mike? Good. Thought it wasn't at first.
No.
Mushroom? That's not.
No, mushroom. What do you mean by that?
Mean it as in.
What do you mean by that? Oh, did I take the for this? I sure did.
Yeah, let me move.
Oh, whoa! What was that? Jesus Christ. If you shift click in Black Desert Online a skill, you invest the max skill points you can. And I clicked it and there was like 15 levels to the skill. And it made the most horrendous sound possible. It was like bing! It played the skill up sound 15 times at the exact same time.
Here's your sample. Now, what did you want to talk to me about?
My theory. A second sample was essential in order to confirm it.
What theory?
I've been analyzing the genetic structure, and I noticed a strange sequence in the code.
Meaning what?
These chimeras may share a portion of the same
it's my
genetic structure.
Well, that makes sense, though,
that
right?
I have the boat on.
They all come from the
There's
same
apparently
virus.
a way to
I'm not talking about the virus.
merge your hammers
I'm
together,
talking
'cause
about a
Scholar
totally
uses
separate
two small,
sequence
like,
deliberately modified for a
hammers,
specific
and you can
purpose.
merge them into
Give
a
me your arm.
sledgehammer or
I
something.
need to check something.
What, you're gonna juice me
But I
up
don't know how.
again?
Relax. I just need a blood sample. I want to test how your blood reacts to the extracted plasma.
Is it C? No.
I've pinpointed a potential location where you might encounter another chimera.
How much more of that GSB do I need?
C during
I don't
want
wanna
to
end up like one of
it is C.
them.
I have that.
You won't. That's not how it works.
There we go.
But if you want a real shot at taking down the Baron, this is what you need to do.
You keep
so it's
saying
not
that.
even
Because
like
it's
a main
true.
weapon that I can use.
All right.
It's just,
Then where do I find this
it's
thing?
used by
Here.
my
It's
awakening
swampy, hostile
skills.
terrain.
Interesting.
But I found records indicating
I
they
don't entirely
transported that
get how
chimera there.
awakening works on any
Okay.
character. I know what it
I'll
does.
let you know what I find.
In the sense that it changes what skills you use, but I don't understand anything past that.
I got redeemable rewards. Oh shit! I got the bullseye weapon because I played last time. Nice. I got the marksman vehicle skin. That's cool. I got those. Dash.
I don't know.
I don't know where Raymond Road.
Oh, the boat is not far at all. It's actually at Port Euphoria. And I'm in Calphion, so it's
Oh, excuse
in
me.
the same territory.
Alrighty.
One of my coworkers, so there's one of the towns up in the mountains have like a snow festival, and it's like, hey Hunter, you going to the snow festival when it starts next month? I was like, maybe, but I'm not taking my car. And he's like, oh, why is that? It's like, I can barely make it in the mountains with my car during summer.
Yeah.
You think I can make it up there when there's any kind of ice? I would slide down it.
Yeah.
Cause an accident. I would have to take my mom's
Because-
car.
Make us.
Probably. It's like, oh, I didn't know your car was that weak. Yeah, it's got 102
Oh shit,
horsepower.
Sherlock.
It's barely in the triple digits of horsepower.
Oh, the town
I
hall.
mean, it's
Okay,
an
I gotta
okay
go back.
car in general, but
Time is in.
also, it's 2 o'clock.
12:02.
Man,
Excuse me.
what the skibby?
Should be.
He needs a scroll.
What?
This guy's name is Scroll.
The fuck? Who names their child Scroll?
Exactly.
Parent who hates their.
Oh, I named my my sailboat after our boat in what's it called? Sea of Thieves.
Oh, nice. What was our
The Lone
Sea of
Star.
Thieves? Oh, the Lone Star. Okay. Yeah, if they see me.
We sure do.
Yeah, that's what.
So, old figurehead. I can upgrade my boat from the Euphoria sailboat to the improved Euphoria sailboat,
Kyle, if you want to travel
which
faster
will
and safer,
upgrade
keep
something.
an eye out for any abandoned
And then
Forest
I can
Service
upgrade
cars.
it further to the
Most are still
Euphoria
operational.
Caravel, which is the best,
If you run out of
I
gas,
think, the
other
best
cars
boat
and
in the
gas
game
stations can
for
help with that.
trade or something like that.
I want a vehicle. I want a vehicle. A vehicle. Last door. Need to start looting more cars too. Yeah. Can I loot the poopy potties? Oh, this game sucks. There's a lot of fucking bastards here. Oh, can't touch this. Can I drive this? No, I can't. Okay, stay up. I'm going up.
So
Another ad. 5 minutes.
how do you
Starting.
get best permanent and craftable ship is the Euphoria Carrot. Upgraded from the Euphoria Caravel or the Euphoria Galileo? So the Euphoria Caravel is the highest tier version of my ship before I can upgrade it into the Galileo, or the Parrot rather. And then the Galileo is the highest tier version of the fleet.
Ugh. Oh, fuck.
4 different versions available.
Oh, I'm dead. I did not mean to. I should have. Oh my god, I lost 500 bucks. Oh my. Oh, I'm here. Okay, nice.
Watch me wibble, watch me roll.
Oh, huh?
You're gonna do what to me?
You know what? Excuse me.
I'm gonna drink 2 Celsiuses and then take sleep medicine and see what wins out.
What the fuck?
You had your orders, written orders.
I'm sorry. I don't fucking give
You
a
were supposed to patrol, inspect the check.
Sounds like an excellent way to kill yourself.
Yeah.
Do they cancel each other out, or does that just make your heart explode?
You've got people.
I don't think it makes your heart explode.
I already sent out a squad. Lost a good man.
Hey, can we talk? Look, I understand you want to keep everyone safe, but the way Mark killed himself, wasn't that a little extreme?
He didn't need to do it in full view of everyone. I'm not sure why he did. Maybe he didn't want to die alone. That said, it needed to be done.
Did
I
it?
don't know what I'm doing anymore.
I'm not so sure.
Well, I am. He was just trying to protect us.
What about trying to
God,
protect
Hunter.
him? He hadn't turned, he was still human. It's like Jacob said,
If you don't like the rules here, you don't have to stay.
1,
But I hope you do.
3.
We could really use someone like you.
Let's see where my package is
So
currently.
how'd a nice lady from Texas end up in Castor Woods?
It is currently
First
in
of all,
transit. In
I'm not that
transit.
nice. Second of all, I'm my father's daughter. He was career military.
You said your
An
husband was an
unexpected
Army MP?
incident at the airport
My dad
in
was his
Louisville,
commanding
Kentucky
officer.
may delay final
That's how we
delivery of your
met.
mail-in packages.
Here in Europe?
That's a
Yep.
understatement.
We were 2 months from a transfer back to the States when that shit hit the fan. We thought we were
Do you know what
safe on an
happened at
army
the
base.
airport in Louisville, Kentucky?
No place was safe once the
What?
virus began to spread.
A plane
So how'd you get here?
crashed.
My husband and I
Oh.
joined up with some
It
soldiers
exploded.
and headed south. Headed for the mountains. Looking for somewhere to ride this out.
Yeah.
We created a compound
It was an
and, unlike this
unfortunate
place,
incident,
we didn't kick out
Yeah.
the infected.
according to
We tried to keep them quarantined,
UPS.
but soon it all went to shit.
USPS? I don't know.
My husband died protecting me. And I
Too
led
lazy
the
to
rest
go
of the
back to
Rangers
see what
here. I
shipping
swore
website
I'd
I was
never
just
let
on.
that happen again. Our rules are strict, but we have them for a reason.
Matt Scherzer.
How'd you end up in charge here?
This is where the road took us. We needed someplace safe, and they needed help. It's as simple as that.
So you and Jacob worked out an arrangement?
I take care of security, and Jacob takes care of everything else. We make a good team. I better get to work. Don't you have something to do, too?
Yeah,
don't.
I do. Thanks.
Thank you.
Looking at you, one thing's for sure.
God.
Get a grip.
You get a grip, bitch.
Baron's got no
Come
idea
on.
just how
Excuse me.
fucked he is.
Fucker.
Sorry.
What the fuck? I guess store America.
But can you help me?
No,
Everything all right?
I'll just leave you two.
Kyle, yeah?
In the flesh.
Eli. I heard about you. Maybe you'll have more guts than those deadbeats. I need a favor.
Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah.
You could say it's
shimmy, yeah.
personal.
Drink.
Concerns my father.
Could say. I can't really see how it wouldn't be.
Right?
Well,
I guess.
in a way it is, and in a way it isn't.
Right.
No, I better get to the point. My father's got dementia and disappeared 2 days
Yo,
ago.
yo, yo, yo!
You see,
What are you
he's been
doing?
getting worse and worse. Won't come back on his own. Get it?
You don't seem particularly upset, though.
Look, he's a rotten old drunk. Fucking lowlife. That's why my mum left us. Now I'm stuck taking care of him and listening to his nonsensical bullshit. And now what? I'm supposed to cry?
But you still want my help.
Yeah. Else I wouldn't be any fucking different than those brain-dead monsters out there, would I? So I'm playing this game of father and son. And I'm asking you, find him.
All right, fine. Can you tell me more about him? Where do I start looking?
His name's William. Used to be a park ranger. Where to look? Guess you could start by checking our old cottage. It's in the lake basin. He's babbling about the past a lot lately. Talking about time we used to spend there.
All right, I'll try to find him.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. First beyond the pun. What time? 1:21. That time.
We see what you're doing.
Do I want to do the side mission first, or do I want to go unlock this? Do I want to do unlock this?
I'm a wizard, baby. Poof.
I'll unlock this. I put my well,
Even if we don't
who's
always
the person
say.
I sell shit to? Lady! Where's the lady I sell shit to?
Could use a
Here?
nice cold pint.
No.
Perhaps
Over
a wheat
here?
beer.
Yes. No.
Potato salad. Oh, she's so.
There she is.
Can't believe we've got power again.
Oh, it's a guy. I'm an idiot. I forgot. I'm a dumbass. Do I want to keep... I'll keep grenades, but I'm gonna... Oh, wait, I can sell valuables. I'm rich! No, I'm not really. Explorer's glasses. Ooh, these are good. Alcohol. Oh, excuse me. I buy some of this food. I'll buy the... I mean the most. All of them are the... What do I... Buy the cookie. Alrighty, let's go unlock the safe house then. The... whatever the fuck.
Baron likes us, like a splinter in his schlong.
Oh? What about a schlong?
Huh?
Nothing, it was just what a character said.
It's fucking scary there. An island.
I gotta find out where I'm
horror
going
movie
from.
vibes.
Oh, I can make more healing. Yeah, I'm gonna craft. Craft some of that.
So much gear is still left there, man.
I really don't know where I'm supposed to go.
What's that again?
Folks are sleeping easier. Thanks to you.
Bunch of people. That's deep. Ma'am, would you kindly shut your fucking mouth? What the fuck? I'll get rid of your infected. Okay. It's over there, so I just gotta go this way. Dog barking outside. The life. Stupid dog!
Stupid dog.
Band-Aid.
Stupid dog. Make me look bad.
Stupid dog, you made me look bad. Every chance to hit him, she's.
Or 10 billion coin? Jesus! So there are these potions, spirit essences, and there's one for health and there's one for mana, and they're essentially infinite pots. So you want to get them eventually because they're
infinite pot. Holy shit!
Because they're extremely useful because you don't need to worry about running out of potions ever. But the issue is, they're apparently 10 billion silver each. Or you can grind it out. So I might go grind it out.
Wow. What?
I'm gonna grind on you! Whoa, buddy!
Whoa, buddy. Oh, hey. is your fucking issue? You okay?
You okay?
No. And scraps. Well, that's a lot. I don't think I want to deal with that right now. Oh, I gotta go that way. Okay. Oh my god, how do I... Oh my god. I'll find a way to get down safe. Oh, I can do this. I did that. Vehicle!
Cannot be used while you're in the red battlefield or in jail. There's jail in this game?
Watch out for dark zones. They're insanely dangerous, but you might find some very valuable things in there.
Get out of my car, you fucker!
I get myself killed.
How do I get out? Uh-oh. You're not dead? What the fuck? Now you are. Range.
I have a donkey. Donkey!
Donkey. No, I didn't want to drink water. Remember that. Drink. Water. Okay.
Whoa.
Well, now I know where a vehicle is. How do I...
Each piece takes around 50 hours to collect. Maybe it's better off just getting the silver to buy them. Jesus.
Okay, so this is where I gotta be. Just gotta... Building infected and shit. And turn on the power. I gotta find out how to get in here for... Well, that's a cool bridge. That's a cannon! Right near the bridge. Shoot it. Bitch.
I need aid!
I think I'm gonna grind the MP pot first because... Yeah, sure.
Oh. Okay.
I thought it was over.
Hurry up, dude, and give me your stuff. Thank you. Ow, motherfucker. My god. I'm sorry, zombie. That's broken. I'll add the Reaper to... Exploding knives?
You only ever need to get one of these because you can actually put them in your family inventory. Oops, didn't mean to do that. You can put them in your family inventory, which allows you to grind them all once and then you can any character.
Nice.
There's a handful of items like that.
Oh,
are you okay?
Oh. Did go inside. Good. Here you go, sir. I'll open it. Just kidding, I can't. Sir, I'm not able to help you. Don't give a shit. Go for me. I don't know. This? Oh. I need to somehow get in. Somehow get up there. Oh, Come on, zombie. Oh, there we go. How'd you get in here, sir? Help! It hurts! Hey Hunter, help, it hurt. I'm drinking that prime. Oh my god. Oh, it doesn't. Stop your whining. He'll be okay. Hey, yo, where the fuck do I go now? Here? Because I gotta hurry up before it gets nighttime. That sun isn't staying up all for the whole time, that's for sure. Oh my god! Oh my god! Fuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I can't get back up. Oh, I can. Oh my fucking god. Come on, Crane. How do I go? Oh, over here. Eh? No. Oh, over here. Okay. Uh-oh. Do I go around here? Yes, I do. Oh, over here. Okay. Oh, my nose itch. I'll get over there. Oh,
Alright, I don't have the stats to grind these, I think. I gotta move my hand. What?
What does that do? Okay, this is a very puzzly kind of bullshit. Oh. Use multiple? I can't. Well, how am I gonna get... Oh, I think I know what to do. Hold on. I gotta position the lever, the fucking things I gotta swing from. Okay, I see. Yeah, how do I do? Oh, I gotta position that there. Okay, let's see if I can just cheat this, though. See if I can just say screw it. You know what? I technically could. Where'd that go? Right there. Wait. Oh no, it's this one specifically I have to do. Okay. Okay, I see. I thought I had to position all of these. Okay. Haha, motherfucker. I'm the smartest. Or sometimes what? That wasn't that.
I'm the smartest there sometimes was. There sometimes was.
Oh, bye, zombie. Shut up, Hunter. I don't like you. Oh, I got something called the extinguisher.
I'm the smart.
I'm going to slaughter you. Okay. Now, I connect the cables. I thought I restored power already. I have to go up here. Oh, there was a thingy over here. Here? Here. Yep. I gotta go back down. Oh yeah.
It'll awaken your sensation.
There's that zombie. Oh, I have the ladder up there. I forgot. Nice. Did? Yes, I did. Perfect. Time is in game. Oh shit. I have to make dinner soon.
I'm gonna make you.
Gee, I should sleep quick. Wait until.
Yo, watch yourself, bro!
No, I don't wanna. Okay, I'm gonna do this side quest. Oh shit!
Watch yourself!
How do I can't use this? The fuck? Oh, that was stupid of me. That was really stupid of me. I did use the active landing game. It did not help me from that height. Oh, I had to press square. I'm so fucking.
I'm gonna swear you up. Snip, snip.
Oh my god, why can't I hit this fucking zombie? That break in 5 minutes. There's volatile hives in this game? Oh.
Faucini. There's a guy I just walked past in Black Desert called Faucini.
Oh, this is a volatile hive. Let's see. I can't even enter. Yeah, I can't even enter.
Oh, I'm gonna enter. I don't know.
Okay then. Oh my god. Fuck me. Oh, now they opened that. It's. They can't seem to go through the door still. I don't think I want to go. I'm gonna snooze the ad. Maybe actually I'll end now. Maybe what I'll do, Hunter, is
Yes.
after dinner, well not after dinner, but like at 7, like if I end now, I'll maybe at 7 I'll stream again if you want, if we're VCing too.
Okay.
I'm not gonna leave VC right now though. Yeah. Or maybe I will stream after I eat. You know what? Yeah, let's end for now, and I will go end for now, and then probably at 5 I'll go eat dinner, chat again. I'll start. All right, where's the end screen?
Yeah, when you go eat dinner at 5, I guess I'll do some school.
Or I'll probably go eat dinner like.
Whenever you go eat dinner, I'll do some school stuff.
Yeah. Let's close that on. Let's turn off my PlayStation 5 and then go raid some.
Make sure to actually hit raid this time.
Did I not last? Oh yeah, I almost did. Let's go see who's live. If Vivaldi would. Oh, that's YouTube. Which, not my dashboard. Oh my. Back to Twitch. My friend Blair is live. But Shino and Forrest. Might go raid Blair. Raid. At work? Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by, hang out. We're gonna go raid my friend Blair. She's doing some art right now. See you all next time. Bye-bye. Oh, I didn't even go to her channel yet. Shit. Hold on. All right. Bye-bye.